the front half length is longer than the back half length because of because of the bust. So the front half length is 17. See how I measured it. Then the back half length, place your tape here. See, it's not the same. The front half length is 17 while the back half length is 14. So this is how you take your shoulder measurement. Shoulder. From one joint here, you can see, to the other joint. See, our shoulder measurement is 18. So we need to measure our bust circumference, the fullest part of the bust. Then you place one finger inside so that it won't be too tight or too loose. These are bust circumference. Then our waist circumference, it will be on our waist. It is different from our lower waist, so you place your tape here for the waist measurement. Just the bust. So these are waist circumference. Our waist is 35. You can see how I place one finger inside. Our bust point is 10 points. Is 10. Then under bust, from shoulder to under bust, 13. Then we measured our front half length. It's different from the back half length. Our front half length is 17. See. Then our back half length is 14. Then you measure your length, your knee point to be above the knee, not exactly on the knee, above the knee. Then a full length, it will pass through the bust. You cannot measure like this, it won't give you accurate measurements. You make sure that it passes through our bust. Length 36. So you measure your hip line too. Our hip line is from shoulder to the fullest part of the hip. 26. Our hip line is 26. Then our sleeve length, from where the shoulder stops, that's where you start your sleeve length. It can be short sleeve, 3/4 or long sleeve, anywhere you want it. So that's any question?
Please just put on your mic so that you can hear the instructor clearly. Please just join. Please put on your mic.
So your bicep, the fullest part of the arm here, you place your. You know, when we were measuring the circumference of the bust, waist and hip, it was one finger we used. But when measuring the sleeve, you don't want it to be too tight. You place your 2 fingers inside. Here, it's 15.5 bicep. Then around elbow, you tell your client to fold their elbow like this so that it won't be too tight. Just get that fold. No, it's not. 12. Around sleeve is 12. Round sleeve can be here. It's where your sleeve stops. If it is short sleeve, that our length of our sleeve is here 10. You measure the round sleeve. Where your sleeve's length stops, that's where you measure your round sleeve. 13.5. Our round sleeve is 13.5. Then for our wrist is 9. Remember that you put 2 fingers inside your tape. 9 for our wrist. Then our arm hole. See how I place my tape? The tape, it won't be too loose or too tight. your client to raise her shoulder. Her hand 18. Her arm is 18. Is 18. That's that measurement. Any question?
Alright, you can ask your questions before the instructor proceeds. Any questions so far?
It's because of the bust. It's because of the bust. You know the back is flat. There's nothing at the back. So the bust will take some measurements. So it's because of the bust. That's why the front half length is longer than the back. There's no, you have to measure it. There's no standard measurement for it. You have to measure it. My own can be 1, your own can be 2. So it's different.
Alright, any other question? Any other person first proceeds? Any other question, please? No question, right? Alright, no question, right? So that you can proceed. Alright, thank you.
Okay, we'll be doing skirts, our basic skirts. So you already know how to take accurate measurements. So we're starting our skirt today. So you need to get your white paper. We'll draft our pattern on this white paper. You need to get your hammer, then your ruler. You need to get your ruler too. So the measurements we are going to be using for our basic skirts. So for our basic skirts, we need our waist measurements. Waist, then we need our hip measurements, then the length of your skirts, then your hip line. Okay, so this is ruler, then this is how cuff. There are different types of curve, but you can buy these two. And there's one that it is curved then straight. I will show you later, maybe in another class. So you can. This is one of the curve. You can make use of this two. So this is the curve. Then white paper, pattern paper. So that's it. So for the basic skirts. Waistline, my waistline. Then from my waistline, I will measure my hip line. My hip line is 9. So from my waist to hip is 9 inches. So I'll measure my 9 inches. Rule it out. So I'm going to measure my length. The length of my skirt is 20. So length, hip line, then my waistline. So remember our measurements. Waist 28, hip 36. So we are going to be dividing our circumference by 4. 28 divided by 4 is 7. 36 divided by 4, that's 9. Divided by 4, that's 9. So on my waistline, I'm going to measure my waist circumference. That's 7. 7. Then I'm going to add 1 inch that allowance to it. 1 inch. So on your hip line, that's where you measure your hip circumference. 36 divided by 4, 9. So on your hip line, measure your 9. So use your curve to curve it. Yes, plus 1 inch that allowance. So on your hip line, you measure the same measurement. On your length, on your hem line, 9 inches. So rule it straight down. If it is a straight skirt, we are done with it. But it is a pencil skirt we want to do. So from your hem line, you come in by 1 inch from your hem line. So here, so that it will give room for the hip, you come down by 1.5 inch. Yeah. So from there, you link it to your hip. So this is pencil skirt. If you are not sewing a pencil skirt, that straight skirt, you don't need this. But for a pencil skirt, you have to come in by 1 inch. So for our dart, we need our bust difference. Our bust difference is nipple to nipple. Bust difference is 7. So we add 1 inch to it. That's 8. Then we divide it by 2. That's 4. So get our. To know where to place your dart, you measure your 4. Yeah. 4. So to know where the dart will stop, it is 2 inches above your hip line. So rule it. Then half inch on both sides. You know we added 1 inch for that allowance. So half inch on both sides is 1 inch. So draw your dart. So do you get it to this point? Should I continue?
Please ask your questions before she proceed. Please, any question? Please, any question or she can proceed.
Measure your hip line.
So that others can hear. Please.
But the hip line is 36.
So it's how many inches?
You have to measure it from your waist. If your skirt is going to be here, you have to measure your hip line from your waist to your fullest part of the hip.
Get our teeth.
That's to get your hip line. You have to measure it. If it is high waist, you have to measure it. Yes, from where your skirt will start to the fullest part of your hip. Any other question?
So. Alright, you can proceed, right?
Okay.
Alright.
My question is,
Use mic.
Please let me pass it to Chris.
whenever we want to indicate our dart, must we use bust difference?
Yes, you have to get your bust difference to know where to place your dart.
What I was asking is, if the clients that wanted to just sew dress, skirt for, the person just came only for dress, for skirt. Yes. So must we get all the body measurements?
Yes, you need to measure your bust difference to get your where to locate your dart.
So. Alright, so we can proceed, right? Please, if you have questions, ask before we proceed, please.
Is our bust difference? What nipple?
Maybe you should explain that. Nipple divided by 2.
Plus 1 divided by 2. Is your nipple to nipple?
Plus 1.
Any other question? Let's continue.
Let's continue.
So that's that on our front pattern. So we start the back. Hem allowance. Then for this, you can add half inch. We are going to add zip. But if we are going to just fold it, you can add 1 inch to it.
But if we are going to fold it and we are going to add line, how many inch?
It's the same, just half inch is okay. If we are going to turn the line, half inch is okay. So any question?
The same procedure is when there is no, when we are not not adding zip for the skirt.
It's the same thing. If you are not adding zip, if you are going to add elastic, it's the same thing. Just add allowance for the elastic 1.75 instead of half inch we added here.
Okay.
So you add 1.75. So when you fold it, you insert your elastic.
Thank you.
So you have to draft your pattern, use your measurements to draft. So when next we are seeing, I will check it.